I'm panicking, not understanding what's going on, trying to get her to tell.
Like and subscribe right now, or this spider will crawl on your face when you're sleeping. My 600 Pound Life is TLC's most popular show, which has been documenting the unscripted lives of countless morbidly obese patients for years. Fans have watched Dr. Now's patients go from ordering half the menu at a fast food joint to following a strict 1,200 calorie weight loss diet designed by Houston-based surgeon Dr. Now in order to be on the road to a healthier, more independent life. But unfortunately, not all who appear on the show manage to maintain a successful weight loss, and in some cases, never lost much weight at all. Dr. Now encountered some patients who have done their best to make Dr. Now's job impossible. So in today's video, we will be looking at such cases, so here are the most My 600 Pound Life controversial stars. Angela Johns. The most controversial star in the history of My 600 Pound Life was Angela Johns, who appeared in Season 7. Johns also has quite a tragic backstory, just like others on the show, which involves sexual abuse, rape, drug addiction, and even prison time. Therefore, Johns turned to food for comfort as a result of her multiple traumas, and ended up weighing in at 643 pounds by the time she sought Dr. Now's help. During her episode, Angela, not only being the most downright combative with Dr. Now, even claimed that his program was total bullshit, and he was actually punishing her. In fact, not only this, but she was also tested positive for opiate use as she was abusing heavy cigarette smoking. But when Dr. Now confronted her, she straight away lied to him about it. She was manipulative to her family members on top of it all. Dr. Now gave her an ultimatum that she should go to rehab or end her weight loss journey with him after losing only 48 pounds and continuing to abuse drugs. But Angela, being so delusional, didn't go to rehab and claimed that Dr. Now was lying about everything related to her. By the way, despite her non-compliance on the show, Johns has set up a GoFundMe to help with her expenses. Aaron Washer. Since Aaron's childhood, he started binge eating as he used food for his comfort. Therefore, at a very young age, he started gaining weight, and when he lost his mother, who died as a result of her own weight problems at the age of 27, he tried to lose weight but struggled a lot, having watched her die. So he continued to pile on the pounds and more pounds. When Aaron had to originally move back home so he could take care of his father following his mother's death, his obesity accelerated, and soon he stopped going outside almost entirely. To perform his basic tasks efficiently, he has a sister who helps him do things. Therefore, at 718 pounds, he made up his mind to visit Dr. Now in regards to seeking help from him. Well, though at the start of his weight loss journey, he started making progress, but quite slowly, he kept struggling. Aaron admitted to Dr. Now that his biggest weakness is peanut butter and bread. Well, if you ask me, I don't blame him, because peanut butter is hella tasty, man. He was seen claiming on the show that it's hard for him to turn off the temptation for his comfort food. Lenitha Reed. Some of the viewers might have recognized Lenitha as the woman who went viral after vowing to lose more than 450 pounds in January 2019. Lenitha, a 40-year-old woman who appeared on the show when she first met with Dr. Now, was tipping the scales at 604 pounds. Because of her being overweight, she had been living in pain for so many years. Her Facebook page, that is now deleted, Fat to Fit, gained around 21,000 likes. Well, as many more and more people heard about her struggles to lose her weight and to take care of her 2-year-old daughter, the producers of My 600 Pound Life eventually caught wind of her there, and therefore they invited her to be part of the show. When she appeared on the show and decided to start her weight loss journey, it was eventually discovered that her diabetes makes her overeat, as it drives her crazy to eat some sugar-based food. So, Dr. Now advised her to follow a strict diet plan to lose the first 60 pounds. For that, she started doing exercise in her friend's gym as well. Despite losing 30 pounds and making a little bit of progress, she had to put her program on hold because of her daughter. According to her, she had to generate a better work-life balance, and she had to take care of her daughter's health, as she was prioritizing her over herself. But according to Dr. Now, while handling over all matters of life, he urged her to keep her health under check. Well, at the end of Lenitha's episode, Dr. Yunan Nowzaradan revealed that she had missed more than one appointment with him. During a video call, she shared with the bariatric surgeon that being a single parent, she was too busy to focus on his weight loss program. So he said that she had to stop using her responsibilities as a parent as an excuse to overeat. Lupe Samano. At the beginning of the show, many patients of Dr. Now failed to meet their weight loss goals in their journeys. In fact, some of them even gained weight instead of losing it first, but very few of them ended up being punished for their failure. The same was the case with Lupe. When she started her weight loss journey, she lost nearly 70 pounds in the hospital, but after that, she went right back from where she started as she started binge eating instead of losing 50 pounds at home. And until the next appointment, she gained over 80 pounds. Well, during her second visit to Dr. Now's clinic, as if gaining weight wasn't bad enough, things went completely wrong before Lupe made it to the scale. While she was waiting to be called in for her appointment, Lupe had her husband Gilbert check if the restroom would be safe for her to use. Well, after entering the toilet, Lupe ended up breaking it despite being given the okay. So for being in the situation, she then started panicking as she couldn't get up, and her husband Gilbert eventually decided to call for help. Well, since on Lupe's system, stress was putting a lot of strain, therefore, Dr. Now feared that she would go into cardiac arrest if nothing could be done. So they decided to call the fire department for help just to avoid putting Lupe's body under even more pressure. As a viewer, you would be expecting that the restrooms at a bariatric clinic to be safe to use for patients of Lupe's size, but she ended up having the worst start to an appointment unfortunately anyone could imagine. Lisa Fleming. Lisa Fleming is known as the most bullheaded patient of Dr. Now just because of her stubbornness and manipulative behavior. Not just that, her stardom skyrocketed when her episode aired in 2018, especially because of her mad, crazy, and rude behavior with Dr. Now. Anyhow, according to most of the fans of My 600 Pound Life, Lisa's episode is particularly one of the hardest episodes to watch. Actually, her daughter even revealed that she discovered real maggots one day while cleaning them, and the maggots were living in the folds of her mother's skin. To your knowledge, the real reason discovered behind Lisa's overweight on her episode is that her brother's murder made her binge eat, as she can't get over that tragic death. Well, there's an example of her stubbornness. Actually, when the paramedics showed up with a wheelchair at her house so she could go to Dr. Now's place. But despite showing seriousness and maturity, she was seen having a bowl of Fruit Loops in her bed. Because of her rigid nature, her case for Dr. Now was quite difficult to handle. A nutritionist went over to Lisa's place to help her along the way, but she started being mean to her, bullheaded, and controversial. While the nutritionist was going through Lisa's fridge, her reaction was so hilarious as she started doing side eyes from her bed. In a short period of time, the nutritionist found some questionable items from Lisa's fridge. I mean, a stash of junk food, such as some donuts, 2 pizza rolls, ice cream, and lasagna hiding in the fridge. But she didn't accept and acted innocent by claiming all that junk food belonged to her boyfriend. What a white lie! Lisa has a dangerous mindset as she prioritizes junk food over her own health. Lisa should know that keeping junk food with thousands of empty calories around will slowly kill her. Angela Gutierrez. When she was first introduced to My 600 Pound Life's audience, it was almost apparent that Angela had been through a lot in her life, and even in her journey. Well, the major was that she had lost her kid's custody due to child endangerment and attempting to take her own life. Not only this, but Gutierrez also started binge eating to cope with her negative feelings and to deal with this incident, and ended up gaining a lot of weight from it. By that time, she weighed in at 608 pounds and went to Dr. Now's office so she could seek his help along with her ex-boyfriend. Anyhow, for me, the most shocking and interesting thing about her case was that she had already undergone weight loss surgery once in her life before this, so it's obvious that she'd already met with unsuccessful surgery before. Or if you ask me, then I would say that she simply didn't try her hell best, and therefore she gained all her weight back. But this time, Dr. Now assigned her to lose her weight by following the strict diet regimen that he designed according to her controlled diet. But as expected, she completely failed despite all of his struggles and efforts by just not even bothering to follow Dr. Now's instructions given on the diet plan. So I think we can all say that she failed her first surgery and maybe going back for another one to be failed at. But this time, if you ask me, then I would agree that for the second try, she must have been a bit more serious, motivated, and prepared, because it seems she fell back into it. That's all for today with most My 600 Pound Life controversial stars. Thank you for watching the video, and if you guys found it interesting, I would much appreciate it if you comment down below about the video and leave the thumbs up. Last but not least, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and hit the bell icon for getting updates related to our latest videos.